Welcome, Leo. This is your weekly focus for December the 3rd through to the 9th, 2018. I'm Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you, truly, for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Let's turn to the cards. It has been extremely strong energy. I know we have the new moon in Sag, but this is really strong energy that we're dealing with according to the readings I've done so far for this week coming. You're no exception. Judgment. You're nearing the end of a path. It's beautiful. We are in full moon energy until the Friday. Okay, and at that point, the new moon energy will come into being. So it's about making the decisions. It's about getting off the fence. It's about standing in your truth. It's about making that commitment to yourself. Two of Wands. Here we are. We're summoning in our future. So I would almost say there's this childlike energy, or that you're just expecting it. Okay, the Two of Wands. It's very new and young energy. So we expect it to show. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. We see it, we want it, we go for it. And that's the kind of energy that is surrounding us this week. I don't know if that's good or bad yet. Here we got making some strong decisions and summoning in our new future. And then we have the sun. Wow. So yeah, it's all about stepping into your creativity, your happiness. It could be romance, it could be love, it's definitely about celebration and joy and, living life with a passion, with a dream, with a desire, knowing that that light is not coming from the sun, but rather from you, or maybe your two lights connect completely. There's a path that awaits you. We can't see anything about that path. We just have to believe that we are deserving of happiness and joy, abundance in our life, and start going forward and experiencing the joy, the happiness. From these three cards together, though, there is the sense that you need to recognize the joy and happiness that is right around you right now. And when we see these minor conflicts in our life popping up, we need to push them to the back burner, not give it energy, not, go to battle or toe to toe. I mean, these are very beautiful cards for just making that inner decision and then going forward based on your beliefs. So we can't allow things like negative emotions to come in, like frustration, anger, resentment. Because then we feel like we have to prove ourselves. Then our ego pops into existence and says, well, let's just talk about this now, or let me show you just how great I am. And we puff out our chests and we kick our head back a little bit there, and we try and look a little taller, and very much like the peacock doing the fan of the feathers to appear larger than life. And so beware of your ego taking over this week, because sometimes it's what's being omitted in the cards as well. Now, that might change as we go forward, but with the three cards here, I see this making decisions for yourself on your path forward in some way. It could be love, it could be health and well-being, it could be work, career, it could be something you want to do in the community. We'll try and get some more cards out here in order to narrow that down a little bit for you, but you probably already know. And then the Two of Wands, we're summoning in that energy. We're saying now, bring it on, I'm ready. But if anybody gets in your face or calls you out on something, be careful, because we have the sun there, and the sun says you're deserving, you know your worth, you know your value, you know your abilities and talents. So it's time to take them and use them and go forward, even though you really don't know what that's all going to entail. Get excited about it because it's going to be beautiful. But when we let the ego take over and somebody calls us out on some of this stuff, we get, our backs up a little bit, and we jump into the anger or the resentment, or I'll show them kind of anger, and push the energy back into, I don't know, some hard work or some exercise, or go to the gym and punch that bag for a few hours. Get rid of that frustration in a different way rather than verbal assaults. And so when we're also doing that, we have to be very careful of our level of integrity and our honesty, and knowing that we can't be called out because we are walking forward with a strength. Ten of Pentacles, the Yes card. What are you asking for? Here's the Yes card. Now, I see the couple. So this could definitely be in a partnership, in a relationship, an association, coming together with others to build upon a dream, go after a goal, go after a dream. It could be about raising your stature within the community. It brings in abundance, it brings in love, it brings in happiness, it brings in joy. It could bring in money, material wealth. I see the High Priestess there, and the High Priestess is all about the magic. So did these two people understand the magic that lays within each of them so completely that they could see the worth of the other, the value of the partnership? You could meet somebody this week that really takes you into a new career setting, a job setting, something that you can participate within the community that will raise your stature in the community. And you might not even be aware that it would do that kind of thing for you. So just don't say no to anything because you feel like saying no. Don't say yes to anything just because you feel like saying yes. Think it through, because we started with the Judgment card, and there's a lot of strong decisions that have to be made, and so sometimes the smallest of decisions um, end up being life-changing things, and the things that we think are such life-changing decisions end up just being an afterthought. So be very conscious of your decision making right now. Know your magic, and it will draw in the magic you need to complete a goal, a dream, a desire, to move forward in some way. Maybe a mentor comes in, an opportunity arrives, a relationship buds. We have the Ace of Wands, balance, the awareness of how to bring in balance, new beginnings, new starts, new partnerships, new friendships, soulmates, people coming into your life that bring balance to your life. And pay attention to your intuition when you're dealing with people. Sometimes you can meet somebody and it feels like you've known them for life, and sometimes you meet people and right away they just kind of set you off. And it might be that they're wonderful people, they just don't match well with your energy. Okay, so never think that they're evil or mean just because you get that pulled back. But when you get that pull back, when you meet somebody new, don't try to, well, let's see, they gotta like me. Everybody likes me, so I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna have a conversation here. Maybe getting to know them would be better, but you know what? You gotta follow those gut instincts right now for true balance to be in your life, true balance to be within relationships. So really trust your instincts and what will bring in balance within relationships. So if you've been having some rough rides with some friends or family or lovers or co-workers perhaps, to go inside and really understand what is needed in order to grow that relationship, deepen that relationship, bring in the balance and harmony into that relationship. And this could be new starts, so I mean, this could be in your house, and everybody's kind of at this transition period in their life, and all of a sudden you say, you know what, going forward, supper. Everybody has to be here for supper. Maybe you start out at one night a week and then you build it up to 2 nights a week, or maybe you say all seven and see which ones actually follow on the wayside naturally. And we're gonna, have a new tradition where we're going to build together as a family by sitting here at the supper table and talking a little bit about our days. Or maybe we're gonna have game night. How do you bring in the balance? I think if you follow, and those are just like, minor little things, but what can you put into a relationship or a partnership or a friendship, an association that will bring in a balance and a harmony to deepen that relationship in some way, to bring in some kind of new order, or just kind of the wrong word, but I think you get what I'm saying. Eight of Wands, start expanding on where you can go, what you can do, who you can become. Seriously. My goodness, don't limit your dreams right now. New Moon Affirmations, I do have a video on wherever the little box is. There's always a link in every video I put out pretty well. That link's there. And if you want to listen to it every day, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. But I would prefer that you get a pen and paper and you write down a couple of sentences that you feel that you can truly say to yourself on a regular basis. And in time, add your own. And it's only there for a guide to help you. Now start expanding your hopes, your dreams, your relationships. But yeah, the romance and the passion and the fun you can have. And I think that really is through a lot of reflection, but meditation. And it's an expansion of, or knowing that you don't have to limit yourself to one area of growth, but it could expand in different ways as well. So maybe you have this point, and then from that point you can go in three different directions. And what do they look like? We have the Star card, making the impossible possible. There you have it. Start believing in yourself. Start believing in your inner voice, your sage wisdom, your intuition. You could get a beautiful epiphany this week, a new perception, maybe some new information comes in, and all of a sudden you get that aha moment of where you were probably trying to bring in some sort of balance. I get a lot of partnerships and balances here, but I get a lot of expansion. And the cards really stayed on track for what I was feeling earlier. Don't feel like you have to prove this to anybody but yourself. Your worth, your value, your talents, your abilities. It'll just go south for you. Just believe in you and take the steps in order to go forward. Don't allow your ego to jump in with anger or resentment, or I'll get that guy for saying that about me. No kind of revenge plots or anything. Go to the gym and hit that punching bag for a few hours. And you may just get an epiphany of how to make the impossible possible going forward. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.